Hey ukulele players, we're going to learn a Christmas song that I think is nearly impossible not to hear on the radio every time this year by Mariah Carey called All I Want for Christmas Is You. While this song has quite a few chords, they're all super manageable to learn with some practice and can be played with an easy strumming pattern. Let's get into it. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. First, let's take a look at the chords. The fun thing about this song is that it starts off with simple down strums on each chord while you sing out loud. The first two lines are played with the familiar G chord. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Then go to a C chord. I don't care about the presents. Then you'll switch to a C minor sixth chord, played by pressing the index finger on the top G string at the second fret and barring the bottom three strings at the third fret with the middle finger. Underneath the Christmas tree. Then back to G. I just want you for my own. So on the word own, you're going to switch to a B7th chord where you bar or press down all four strings at the second fret with the index finger and place the middle finger on the third fret of the C string. So again, that line is, I just want you for my own. Then you switch to an E minor chord. More than you could ever. Back to the C minor sixth. No. Then go to a G chord. Make my wish come true. So on the word true, you're going to switch to an E7th sharp 5 chord. So you'd have your normal E7 chord where you place the index finger on the first fret of the top G string, middle finger on the second fret of the C string, ring finger on the second fret of the bottom A string. That's your normal E7th chord. But for the E7th sharp 5 chord, you're going to add the little finger to the third fret of the bottom A string. So E7 normal, add the E7 sharp 5. And you do this because you're actually singing that bottom string right there on that third fret, the bottom A string. That note is the melody note. So, make my wish come true. So it makes sense to modify the E7th chord into that E7 sharp 5. Then we have an A minor chord, all I want for, to a D7th chord, where for this, you're going to press down all four strings at the second fret. And I really like to use my middle finger since it's already in position from that A minor chord. So press down all four strings, second fret with that middle finger. Then I'm going to place my little finger on the third fret of the bottom A string to play that D7th bar chord. Of course, you could play the D7th bar chord normally where you take that index finger, bar the strings, middle finger, third fret, bottom string. But I like to play it, all I want for Christmas. By the way, that's already like 8 different chords we've already covered. So if you want a downloadable one-page cheat sheet of all the chord diagrams you need to play, then click the link below this video, put in your email, and I'll send that cheat sheet to your inbox. Okay, so we have the end of that first verse starting on the A minor chord. All I want for Christmas is you. Okay, now let's learn that strumming pattern. The strumming pattern is a simple down-up strumming pattern played to eighth notes. So you're going to count out loud 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, 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 down, up. But for this pattern, we need to add some swing to it to give it the right feeling. That means we want to let our down strums ring out twice as long as our up strums, where we count out loud 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's going to feel like we're almost hesitating on those up strums, which is going to sound something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, 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 down, up. So for that intro, we're going to strum that G chord for 4 beats. We're going to play the strumming pattern one time through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then strum the E minor chord for 4 beats. And for this chord, I really like to modify it to make the change faster by keeping my G position in place, but then placing the little finger on the 4th fret of this C string to play E minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then switch to a D chord. And for this, I really like to just bar the top 3 strings at the 2nd fret and bend that finger up to avoid strumming the bottom A string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So when you put those 4 chords together, you get the intro or turnaround that sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That strumming pattern continues to remain constant for the next verse, and for the most part, for every chord letter you see, you're going to strum the strumming pattern through twice or for 2 measures. The exception to this is when you start to sing, "I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know." For this line, you strum the G chord for an entire measure, but then you strum it for the first 2 beats of the 2nd measure, but then on beat 3, you switch to a B7th chord. So count it out loud. That line's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sung, it's going to sound, "I just want you for my own." And then you follow the same pattern for the E minor to C minor 6th chord in the next line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and more than you could ever know. This is probably the trickiest part of the song because those chord changes happen relatively quick, so you'll definitely want to give this section some attention. I recommend counting out loud and practicing that part very slowly to make sure you're locking in with the chord changes on the right beat. Okay, so for after that line, it gets a little easier where you change chords every single measure on the first beat, which is going to sound something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, if you've made it this far, then well done. Let me start at the top and play this song all the way through so you can play along with me. Grab your ukulele, tune up, and let's jam All I Want for Christmas Is You. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. As a note of encouragement, there's a lot of chords in this song. So again, I recommend grabbing that one-page PDF cheat sheet in the link below to work on these chords. What I've noticed is that in Christmas music, there's normally a lot of seventh chords, and with seventh chords on ukulele, there's gonna be a lot of bar chords. There's kind of no way around that. So it's well worth practicing this song because these types of chords show up in all different kinds of Christmas songs. Okay, do you want me to teach more songs like this one? Let me know in the comments, and if you have any song requests, post them below. I think this format is a lot of fun, but let me know what you think, and let me know if there's anything I can do to make it easier for you to learn. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.